The year was 1973. A film exploded onto the scene, shocking audiences and leaving an indelible mark on cinema. That film was The Exorcist. This wasn't just a horror movie, it was a cultural phenomenon. People lined up for hours, desperate to witness its terrifying power. Some fainted, others walked out, but none could deny its impact. The Exorcist wasn't simply scary, it tapped into primal fears. The idea of a child possessed by demonic forces resonated deeply. It confronted viewers with the fragility of innocence, the darkness that could lurk beneath the surface. The film's power lay in its ability to make the unthinkable feel terrifyingly real. The Exorcist's journey to the screen began with William Peter Blatty's chilling novel of the same name. Published in 1971, the book quickly captivated readers with its intense and terrifying narrative, becoming a cultural phenomenon almost overnight. Inspired by a real-life exorcism case, Blatty crafted a story that was both horrifying and thought-provoking. His meticulous research and gripping storytelling brought a sense of authenticity to the supernatural events described in the book. The novel was a bestseller, setting the stage for the film's success. It dominated the charts, and its popularity made it a prime candidate for a cinematic adaptation. Director William Friedkin, known for his gritty realism in films like The French Connection, was an unexpected choice for a supernatural horror. His background in documentary filmmaking and crime dramas seemed at odds with the fantastical elements of The Exorcist. However, Friedkin saw an opportunity to explore the darkness that resided within humanity. He believed that by grounding the horror in a realistic setting, he could make the supernatural elements even more terrifying. He brought a documentary-like approach to the film, grounding the supernatural elements in a recognizable world. This method allowed audiences to connect with the story on a deeper level, blurring the lines between reality and fiction. This juxtaposition of realism and the supernatural became a defining characteristic of The Exorcist. It set a new standard for horror films, influencing countless movies that followed. The Exorcist is a masterclass in generating horror through suggestion and atmosphere. Friedkin understood that true terror resided in what was unseen, implied rather than explicitly shown. The film is filled with iconic scenes that have become part of cinematic history. The levitation scene, the spider walk sequence, Reagan's blasphemous pronouncements. These moments are etched into the minds of viewers. They are not mere jump scares, but carefully constructed sequences that build tension and dread, culminating in moments of pure horror. Section 4. Friedkin's vision, realism, and the supernatural. Friedkin's genius lay in his ability to make the unbelievable believable. He had a unique vision that seamlessly blended the ordinary with the extraordinary, making the supernatural elements of his films feel grounded in reality. He employed practical effects whenever possible, enhancing the film's realism. This hands-on approach allowed the audience to feel the tangible presence of the supernatural, making the horror more immediate and visceral. The makeup and prosthetics used on actress Linda Blair were groundbreaking for the time, creating a truly disturbing depiction of demonic possession. The transformation was so convincing that it left a lasting impact on viewers and set new standards in the industry. Friedkin also used unconventional techniques to unsettle the audience. His innovative methods included using real reactions from actors, sometimes achieved through startling or even controversial means. Subliminal images flashed across the screen, creating a sense of unease. These brief, almost imperceptible visuals worked on a subconscious level, adding to the film's eerie atmosphere. The now infamous Exorcist steps in Georgetown, Washington, D.C. were used to create a sense of foreboding and became a character in themselves. This location has since become iconic, symbolizing the film's lasting impact on popular culture. This meticulous attention to detail, this blending of the real and the unreal, gave The Exorcist its unnerving power. Every element was carefully crafted to blur the lines between reality and fiction, making the horror feel all too real. Section 5. An Unholy Legacy. Why The Exorcist still haunts us. The Exorcist's legacy extends far beyond its initial release. When it first hit theaters in 1973, it shocked audiences with its intense and visceral portrayal of demonic possession. It redefined the horror genre, paving the way for a new wave of supernatural horror films. Directors and writers took inspiration from its bold storytelling and unflinching approach to fear. Its themes of faith, doubt, and the nature of evil continue to resonate with audiences today. The film's exploration of these deep, existential questions makes it more than just a horror movie. Perhaps the reason The Exorcist remains so effective is its timeless exploration of human vulnerability. It taps into our primal fears and the unsettling notion that we are not always in control. It reminds us that even in a world of logic and reason, there are forces we may never fully understand. The film's eerie atmosphere and haunting visuals stay with viewers long after the credits roll. The Exorcist isn't just a horror film, it's a cultural touchstone, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks at the edges of our world. Its impact on cinema and popular culture is undeniable, cementing its place in the pantheon of great films.